Are you tracking your nutrition now? You're probably not, but that's okay. What's up guys, it's Butch from Fitness Psychology here, and hey, the mission's simple is I'm gonna help you to become happier and healthier with yourself, and that's gonna be by working on your fitness, your nutrition, and your mindset. So without further ado, before we jump into the video, you know the drill. Hey guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the thumbs button, hit the bell notification so you guys can be notified of when a new video comes out. So now let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so that last video I talked about how you need to track your progress, and you have to do, I was talking about how to track your fitness. Pretty simple stuff, really. Write it down, use an app, whatever the case is, just basically track from what you did from a previous time to now the present. So just make sure you're improving in some sort of fashion. So now let's dive into nutrition. Remember, with nutrition, you can keep this very, very simple. I don't want you to be stressed out about going on a diet because we all know what happens when you try and do that. So I want you guys to have a little bit more peace of mind with your nutrition, and that's just by doing some simple things to kind of track of where you're at. So we're gonna talk about weight loss because that's usually the main thing you hear about with nutrition, right? So I wanna tell you a few things you can do to track your progress. The first one I really recommend is take a picture of yourself. Come on, it's social media, you know you like it. Take a pose, take a selfie, you know the drill. Go ahead and do it, but hey, just make sure you keep it PG. Or PG-13. All right, so you took a photo of yourself, and so now that's day one. What you can do is maybe every week or every 2 weeks, maybe every month, whatever is better for you, but take a photo of yourself again, the exact same clothes you were wearing or not, the exact same pose. Hey, do the exact same smile if you want to. So that'll be a good way to gauge of how you're doing your nutrition. And obviously you might not see a drastic change from like week to week, but maybe every other 2 weeks, 3 weeks, definitely a month, you can start to see that change. And that's where that gets extremely rewarding for yourself. Your confidence goes through the roof at that point there, and you don't want to stop. It's very encouraging to see that because you have that on your phone, so you can always resort back to it. Hell, even if you know you're gonna go on a massive binge, just look at that photo of yourself and remember why you're doing this, because you want to feel good about yourself, you want to feel like a badass, and you deserve that. Okay, so take a photo of yourself, right? So now I always recommend doing this. If you don't feel comfortable with that, that's fine. Go ahead now and weigh yourself. So what I do with some of my clients is I don't want to hear a specific number because that's personal and that's for you only. And so I want to know is, are you going down? Are you going up? Or are you staying the same? So weigh yourself. I personally think, seriously, this is a great idea to do this just once a week. I always like to say for people to honestly do it, pick a day. I like Monday personally because you know you're bad over the weekend. We all are. Oh, you know you are though, seriously. But anyways, so I like Monday. Do it first thing in the morning, go to the bathroom. You're usually in a fasted state. That's a really good way to see where you're at. And so then you can see on the last week, did you lose weight, did you gain, or did you stay the same? And so I personally think that's a great way to track how you're doing with your nutrition. Because remember, and I'm gonna say this a million times, it's calories in, it's calories out. So whatever you're doing right now with your eating, is it working? Are you losing weight? If the answer is no, then you have to make some sort of change. Is it the portion size? Are you having too much sugar? Is it too much unhealthy fats? What is it? Do you have to change? And do it small. Do it in small portions. I guarantee you will have the results and they'll last longer too. Okay, so weighing yourself. Another option is if you want to do this, I don't do this personally right now. I have in the past and I might in the future as well. It just kind of depends on my fitness goals. Track your calories. So you can use MyFitnessPal. I know there's other apps out there that are really good, but I've worked with MyFitnessPal myself and other people in the past, and it's pretty easy. The user interface is really simple. It's a nice way to track your calories, especially if you're kind of eating the same thing throughout the week. And with MyFitnessPal is they can tell you how many calories you have left, but God, please do not do this. So I have a pet peeve with actually MyFitnessPal. So some people will go ahead and they'll put in that they've worked out and they burn 500 calories, which is great. But then they'll go ahead and they'll say, oh, okay, I burned 500 calories, so now I'm gonna go ahead and eat 500 calories, or I have extra room to spare to eat something. I can't stand that shit. Because that is such a bad excuse for yourself to make to eat something. And I don't want you to do that. I just want you to work out and that's it. Don't worry about how many calories you burned. But you can still use MyFitnessPal because it's not bad. But that's just my pet peeve I have with it, right? So another good way to track how you're doing with your nutrition is this. So out of the week, 7 days. Let's just say out of the 7 days, you have 35 meals. So out of those 35 meals, how many of those meals were bad? And remember, if you think it was bad, it was bad. So then let's do this. If you're having out of those 35 meals out of the day, or times you ate, let's just say 5 of those were bad. Okay, it was a sugar, it was unhealthy fats, it was a big portion, whatever it was. You are now gonna only eat 4 consider bad things, okay? Because that's gonna make a small change in yourself. So, and then you can kind of gauge, okay, now what was the following week? Did I eat? How many bad meals did I have? So just do that, just gauge what are you eating throughout the week. Like I mentioned in my previous video, what are you eating? How many bad meals are you having throughout the week? And then just reduce that. It's not as hard as you think. Sugar, okay, if you want some chocolate, grab some blueberries. If you're eating something fatty, use something with an avocado, use some with coconut oil. You can make a good ton of great recipes with those ingredients. So those are some simple tips for you guys to track your nutrition in. I want to talk over your mindset just briefly here as well. So a lot of people I know are probably not going to work on their mindset as much as they should, which is a shame, but I'm going to work on that. I'll get that. I'll get you too. I really think it's a great idea to see what you're doing with your mind, because the mind is absolutely fascinating to me and the psychology behind all this. I think this is very simple. Why don't you just log how many days out of the week you are meditating? And by meditating, you are simply just sitting down, laying down, you're just to yourself and you're just breathing. I don't care if you have any thoughts that go through your mind. I don't care if you don't have any thoughts. As long as you're just sitting there and just being you for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you start doing that, that's a great way to work on tracking how you're working on your mindset, because that's going to help you improve upon so many avenues in your life. It's ridiculous. Write down some things you're grateful for. Again, I think people probably overlook this a lot, but it actually works out tremendously. I discovered myself. So just write something down. It takes a minute to write down something that you're grateful for, and you'll be surprised how that actually carries on throughout your days and your weeks and even your months. And also with your mindset, I really recommend to download the app Calm, because that helps me tremendously with my meditation, and you can track how many days and how many minutes you've actually meditated. So that's my recommendation with your mindset, because you have to be aware about what you're saying to yourself and what you're talking about inside of that mind of yours. Because if it goes unnoticed, you're just gonna fall in the same habits, the same thought processes, and you're just not gonna progress anywhere. And that's something with fitness psychology is I wanna tackle as well. I wanna get behind the psychology of your nutrition, your mindset, and your fitness. So that is something you should incorporate into your life. And again, it's not that hard. Just don't make it complicated. Don't think it is, because it truly isn't. But all right, guys, I really appreciate that. Let me know what you need help tracking down below. I'll be more than happy to help out. But those are some simple tips for you guys to work on tracking your nutrition and your mindset. Remember, seriously, don't complicate this stuff. So many people do, and it drives them nuts. But guys, thank you again. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.